So we are live already. I will just share the page. Ma'am, you can go on KiddoQuest page if you want. Otherwise, I will share it on your. I
Uh,
have just
do I need to go on KiddoQuest page right now?
you. If you want to share on your page as well, then you can.
Um, but
Later
later
on, you
on you
can
will
do.
be sharing the link,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
No
that
worries.
I'll do later on.
Yeah. So viewers are on already. Let's wait for a minute more so that other people can join again to us. So, hello, all, and a very good morning and good evening to our viewers around the globe who are watching us. Thank you for joining us for this wonderful session, where I know which will be very helpful for everyone. So, I am Kanan Parekh, the co-founder of Kanan's Kiddo Quest, along with the collaboration of the Circle of Legends. I'm truly grateful to you all, those who have joined already. I guess you are more eager to know about the nutrition and the good eating healthy habits with Dr. Rashmi Shah, who is our guest for today. So, with more zest, I am here to welcome Dr. Rashmi Shah. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Kanan.
It's a great honor that you have been contributed with Kiddo Quest and spent a small time of your busy schedule with us to share your knowledge with our parents, with our educators, with our children as well. Because there are children as well who keeps us watching on the YouTube, on the LinkedIn, on the Facebook account as well. So, before I move ahead, I would like to introduce our guest, Dr. Rashmi Shah. She strongly believes that eating right has many different components other than calories, right from your sleep, digestion, mindset, and portions, and they all should be balanced as on priority, whether it's the age of 0 to 6, or it's the age of 8 to 14, or it may be the age of 15 to 25 and go on. So she has been completed her specialization in fitness and nutrition, a certified child nutritionist and a trainer from uh, International Association USA. She has been awarded as Elite Trainer, and her books has made a boom in the market. And the book name is A Beautiful Journey of Weight Loss, which has been awarded as the number one bestseller book all around the world. So, once again, welcome, ma'am, and I'm happy to have you live with us today with an objective to make parents educate about the good eating habits. Where I know moving ahead, there would be a lot of questions, and there would be our viewers also. I would request our viewers, if you have any kind of questions related to the child nutritionist, please feel free to put the comments in the comment box so that we can answer to your questions also.
Thank you, Kanan. I'm equally excited to help out all the parents and viewers because why my kid is not eating well or how I can make them eat well is the biggest question we are facing in today's world. So I'm equally
Right.
excited to have this session with you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, my first question would be when it comes to nutrition, why it is so important that everyone, it's not about the age, it's about the common person as well. Why it is so important to take care about nutrition?
First of all, I would like to say we are what you eat, right? So if we eat healthy, then our mind will be healthy. If we don't eat healthy and if we eat junk and anything which is not suiting to your body, then your mind
Mm-hmm.
goes for a toss. So
Right.
nutrition is the key to have a healthy body, because food is our emotion. Same way,
Right.
nutrition is also our emotion. Nutrition
Correct.
is much more important than anything else. Even if you are stressed, you are happy,
Mhm.
you are sad, or you are depressed, everything can be treated up to a certain extent with food. And food is our medicine, also, food is our emotion, also. Food is
Right.
everything to us.
True, true. So you mean to say that there are people who skip their meals, there are people who skip their breakfast, there are people who skip their lunch and the dinner. So you mean to say that the people should not skip their lunch and meals and all, right? Because it matters more and
Exactly,
it's
exactly.
right.
There are two reasons why people skip their meals. One, either they are going for any crash diet for a so-called weight loss, and the
Right.
second reason must be they don't have time, right? So
True.
why they don't have time? Because they must be having some meeting, they have some deadlines or projects and work and career and everything. But think over it, why you are working so much? To earn money. And why do you want to earn money? You want to have a good life,
Correct.
right? But for that good life, if you will not eat well, if you will not take care of your body, it does not matter how much money you earn.
True.
So it hardly takes 5 to 10 minutes in a day to have your big meals like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And in between
True.
small meals, you can eat whenever, I mean, while working also. So even if it's an adult or senior or child or toddler or young adult, anyone, don't skip meals. Because when you
Okay.
skip meals, you are killing your hunger, and that is making you
Okay.
more miserable and more irritable. You might not understand why I'm miserable or irritable without the reason, but suppressed hunger or killing the hunger can be the underlying cause for that.
Okay. Wonderful. Ma'am, one more thing. As a nutritionist, you as a nutritionist, how much do you feel that it is important to make the child eat fruits and vegetables? And also when the parents has to start that.
Can you repeat the last line? I couldn't hear you.
So I question is my question is like, as a nutritionist, how much do you feel it is important to make the child eat fruits and vegetables? And what is the correct time to start?
When your child is almost 7 to 8 months, you can start giving them fruits. When you start top feed, right? So that is the right time when you can start with the fruits and veggies and roti, sabzi and dal and chawal. It generally our parents make a big mistake that when their child starts eating or start taking top feed, वो लोग पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चों को सेपरेटली बिठाएंगे, सेपरेटली खिलाएंगे, कुछ क्रश
Uh-huh.
किया हुआ देंगे या ऐसे कुछ. This way your child will not understand the eating should be with the family,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So
Very
many a
important
times
point.
child will throw the tantrum that I don't want to eat this because he is the only one who's eating, and this is the child
Correct.
psychology. So for
Mm-hmm.
any child who has started with the top feed, start giving them
Mm-hmm.
everything what we eat. It can be roti,
Correct.
sabzi, dal, chawal, खिचड़ी, इडली, डोसा या हलवा है या थोड़ा सा मीठा दे दिया. आप जो खाते हो रेगुलरली, जनरली हम जो खाते हैं वही बच्चों को देना चाहिए. You make them sit with you to have that meal on a table. So
Correct. Correct.
rather than forcing that child to eat, he will see you that you are eating that roti and sabzi and salad and fruits. The child will
Right.
start eating because this is
True.
the age when they love to copy their parents.
Right.
हम देखते हैं ना बच्चों को, एक 5 या 6 साल की लड़कियां है स्पेशली, उन्हें अच्छा लगता है दुपट्टा अपनी मम्मी की तरह साड़ी के स्टाइल में पहनो या
True.
कुछ
Yes.
अपने पापा की तरह कुछ लेके बैठो to eat healthy, right? Rather than telling them ये खाओ वो खाओ, sit in front of them and eat that food. So
Mm-hmm.
automatically child will see that your parents are eating this and they have to eat it.
True. Very true.
Many times moms boil fruits and they boil too much of veggies and they give it to eat. Child cannot
Mm-hmm.
eat that. Even we cannot eat boiled apple and all those things. See, child's
Yeah, not
every children has a very strong taste buds, stronger than us.
right.
So if you give them food something like this, at the sight of the food, child rejects it. I don't want to eat. But if you
Correct.
slice them something design से उसे slice करो, उसे अच्छे से plate में decorate करो and just keep it in front of him, he will be more attracted to that food. So how you
Right. Very
present, that also matters a lot. जैसे सिंपल से आपने खिचड़ी ही दे दी, तो वो खिचड़ी को थोड़ा सा एक कटोरे में डाल के उसे थोड़ा सा शेप दे के just give it to him and he will be more attracted to it. Wow, what is this? And this is something exciting. And in that
right.
excitement, he will develop his taste buds to eat that regular food.
Right. Ma'am, very truly said. The way the parents or the mother serve the child the food in the plate. It is very, very important. If you wish that your child should, eat properly, consume the food properly, the digestion should happen properly, because it's so happened the eye of the child is on the food, and whatever the child sees is really hampering, if the child feels pleasant, yeah, the plate is looking very wow, the child is eagerly and happily eating the thing what the mother has served. But in this case,
Yes.
ma'am, I would also ask you one more question. The mother, when she cooks a food for the child, she thinks that, इसका थोड़ा कम मिर्ची का बनाए हम और हमारा थोड़ा स्पाइसी बनाए. So there is a separate food preparation done by the mothers. Is it good or is it bad?
First of all, there are few families who eat extremely spicy, which is not
Mm-hmm.
good for child digestive system. But
Mm-hmm.
if your family is eating medium spicy food, then your child's food is same what you eat. Let's say if
Correct.
child sits for the breakfast with you, then child should eat upma or poha or dalia or oats. जो जो कुछ भी हम खाते हैं breakfast में, child should eat the same food. First of
Okay.
all, when your child starts eating, he should not feel that we are cooking special for him. Then it
Okay.
becomes a habit for lifelong. आपको जो खाना है खाओ, मेरे लिए ये बना के दो. And it becomes difficult
Okay.
over the time. So
True.
जो आप खाते हो वही आपके बच्चों के लिए बनाओ. It can be a medium spicy or according to what आपकी family खाती है. Slowly, your child will develop that taste bud to eat what my family is eating.
True. Very true. So, ma'am, again, coming to mother, especially because this is all related to where mother is more caring about a child. I don't say that father doesn't care about the children, what they are eating, what they are not eating. But yes, it's a mother who is always in the kitchen. So right from the morning, the child gets up. It starts with the milk, and there is mother who is always behind the child. कि ये पूरा bottle finish करे. She forcefully make the child drink the whole bottle or the whole glass of milk. So how do you feel, and what would you recommend the in this case, like, is it compulsory to have a milk early in the morning, and that too by forcing, where the child has just woke up in the morning, where the mother needs a hug to be given to the child in the morning, whereas she keeps on shouting in the morning to just make the child drink the milk? How what is your opinion in that case?
So it can be approach can be two ways. First of all, mother should not be on a World War III to make her child eat. You know,
True.
the moment she
Yes.
opens her eyes, her war is like आज इसको ये खिलाओ वो खिलाओ ये तो खाता ही नहीं है ऐसे वैसे. This way you create more worries and stress, and at
Mm-hmm.
the same time that worry and stress and that negative energy is created around your child also. Sometimes
Right,
some
right,
kids like to drink milk, some kids does not like to drink milk early in the morning or as a first food in the morning, which is
right.
absolutely okay. What
Okay.
हमेशा हमें जो चाहिए वो आपका बच्चा नहीं खाएगा, especially when they are too small, और बहुत जैसे 1 साल का बच्चा है, आप बोलोगे सुबह उठो और आप, बहुत बार ऐसे भी होता है कि बच्चे नहीं वो उसे कंज्यूम कर सकते हैं, दे मस्ट बी फीलिंग सम इरिटेटेड फ्रॉम इनसाइड वॉट एवर,
Yeah.
बट वो मम्मा उसे फोर्स करती है, नहीं कुछ भी करो इतना बॉटल तो दूध पीना ही है. Sometimes quantity is also the issue. Your child cannot drink so much of milk at a time. So maybe you
Correct.
can give him in a small portion. जरूरी नहीं है कि आप उसे फोर्सफुली पूरा पूरा बॉटल या पूरा मग खत्म करने दो. Then the chances are child will vomit, and then the child will connect that milk to the emotion of irritation, and child will stop
Correct.
liking the milk. मुझे दूध पीना ही नहीं है, and then it's a story of every day. So observe your child कि उसे क्या लग रहा है, what he or she is going through. So what,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if your child is saying no mama I don't want to drink milk, okay, you can drink it after some time. So that way you are playing with child's brain, then child will think no, my mom is respecting my feelings, and then I can drink it later on, and
True.
then your child will listen to you. So as your child wake up,
Right.
give him lot of water to
Mm-hmm.
drink, a lot of water to drink,
Oh, okay.
because a whole night you are not drinking or eating anything, so your systems are really dry. And but if you want your child to drink milk, it's okay, give him some time, maybe not at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. or 9, sometime later in a day he will drink that milk, but let it go in a small quantity at a time. Even if you make them eat
True.
anything, give it in a small quantity. Let him have that कि मैंने इतना लिया और फिनिश किया. Many times moms अपने बच्चों को इतना सारा खाना एक ही बार में दे देते, तो वो देख के ही बच्चे they get disconnected. I don't want to eat. And that if you force, then
Agree.
they will not, they will definitely not going to eat. It's like a task. Yesterday only
Correct.
one of my friend was sharing that making my child eat is a task. No, you should stop worrying about what your child is eating, what he is like. Just tell yourself, tell your child that my child eats everything and he is eating healthily. Create that thought in your mind
Mm-hmm.
also, create that energy around your child also, so your child will start listening to what you want them to eat.
So I understood about what you have shared is I came to know that the mother should have to be a positive with her feelings and emotions when it comes
Yes,
to the child. Correct. So the more you are positive with your child, the more the child will be responding you back. And this happens in every case. Even if we don't talk about nutrition, it also happens when they go for studies and when they go for movies or something like that. When it comes to moving around, and if you are negative, the more the child will respond you negatively only. If you are positive, the more the child will respond you positively. Uh, next, ma'am, the question again will come to you. It's been like, I have a lot of questions because I want the answers to it, which I was also not getting, but I was waiting for the correct time to get in touch with you and get all the answers for my any I mean, the vision. What I feel is it should reach to everyone. So let me ask you one more question, which is more important again. So there are mothers nowadays, young parents who are newly married, or I can say the parents who are normally 35 plus also. But what is in that case, like when they become parents, they think that they should give a proper nurturing, and they are doing it. अपने बच्चे के लिए वो सब कुछ चीजें प्रोवाइड करने की कोशिश पूरी करते हैं. But in that case, they have a very particular schedule. 8 बजे दूध देना है, 10 बजे ब्रेकफास्ट देना है, 12 बजे अगेन कुछ तो भी स्नैक देना है. सो इवनिंग में 4 o'clock अगेन बिट ऑफ स्मॉल स्नैक्स, अगेन इवनिंग में 6 o'clock अगेन दे विल गिव इट समथिंग टू ईट, अगेन नाइट में कुछ तो भी खाने के लिए. सो हाउ इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट when the parent is deciding about eating or providing a proper nutrition to their child, what is the best way to do it? What is your take on it? What do you think? What is your take on it? 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 What is your providing some kind of supplements to the children? And is it
First of all, though, we should understand that nurturing your child or growing up your child is not like doing any project in a company कि वो ऐसे
Mhm,
ऐसे इसी तरह से स्लाइड्स बनाए उसे प्रेजेंट किया एंड यू आर डन इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट your child will
okay?
be moody, he'll be irritated, he might not feel like eating. Many a times we also like it's a time for lunch, it's 1 p.m. and sometimes we feel nahi aaj bhook nahi hai, aaj khane ka dil nahi kar raha hai, I don't feel like eating, I'll have it later on. Same thing happens with the child also. So
Mm-hmm,
don't keep a timetable. Okay, I understand that having breakfast, lunch and dinner at time and eating some small meals in between, it's absolutely healthy.
mm-hmm,
बट डोंट बाइंड देम इन टाइम. अभी यहाँ 6 बजे है तो फ्रूट खाना ही है, वो बच्चे को भूख हो, दिल कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है, कुछ भी हो जाए, फोर्सफुली दे विल मेक दैट poor child eat that.
right.
It's okay, sometimes they might not feel, or every child has its own appetite. Mother feels that my child should eat 3 rotis, but that poor child's appetite is for only 1.5 roti, where that one to
Mm-hmm,
1.5 extra roti will go. If you make them eat forcefully beyond their capacity, and 100% chances are these children grow obese in their later on, in the later life.
right.
So don't force them. So, because your eating habits, having meals at home should be a happiness connect.
Mm-hmm,
Because child should feel that if I'm eating this with my family, if I'm eating this at home, it is going to give me happiness. Yeah, I'm liking this food.
mm-hmm,
Otherwise, that child will, when they grow up and when they have their own money in hand, they will eat more outside and not at home. Because now they have
right.
that freedom to choose their food. But your food happiness should be there in family, there at home. So
Correct.
जैसे अभी we have grown up like we still say कि मेरी मम्मी के हाथ की ये डिश मुझे अभी भी अच्छी लगती है wherever I go in the world. So that way
Right.
your child's food and happiness should be connected to you as a mother. फोर्सफुली
Right.
आप खिलाओगे, दूध पिलाओगे, वो बच्चे को अच्छा लगता है नहीं है, विदाउट थिंकिंग दैट, विदाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग देयर साइकोलॉजी, योर चाइल्ड इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू डिस्कनेक्ट from food and from you and from family also, and it will start throwing the tantrums the moment they see the food. I have seen so many kids that mom says कि जैसे ही मैं खाना लेके आती हूँ they run away somewhere because the connection of emotion is somewhere not matching to the happiness or satisfaction or hunger. Give them some time to feel that hunger. उन्हें भूखा रहने दो. Let them feel hungry and then they will eat. Before they feel hungry, उनका पेट भरा हुआ है, आप इतना फोर्सफुली उन्हें खिलाते हो, it's
Mm-hmm,
not going to work anymore. When it
right.
comes to supplements, then if your child is active enough, he is playing around well and he is doing good, he is growing good, his height is good, weight is good, don't go for any artificial supplements, just stick to the home based simple food.
Right. Coming to this same related question is like, mothers keep on moving around in the home. They take a food in the hand, a plate in the hand, and they just run behind the children. Is it good or bad?
It's the worst thing you do to your child. It's the
And
worst
also,
thing.
ma'am, also I've noticed that mothers, maybe they just take the children outside in the garden or maybe outdoor to just make the child, eat the food. Maybe they provide with the mobile phones nowadays. Ki chal tu story sun le thodi der and meanwhile I will feed you. Is it a correct way to make the child feed?
It's absolutely wrong way to feed your child. Absolutely wrong. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, खाना खाने की हर घर में एक जगह होती है. जैसे खाना
Right.
पकाने की जगह होती है, भगवान की अपनी जगह होती है, सोने की अपनी अलग जगह होती है, वैसे ही खाना खाने की अपनी अलग जगह होती है. और वहीं पे बैठ के खाना खाना चाहिए. इट हैज टू बी ट्रेन राइट फ्रॉम डे वन और द मोमेंट यू मेक योर चाइल्ड सिट. You
Mm-hmm.
keep the plate there and you sit there and tell your
Mhm.
child to come. He or she
Okay.
will not come immediately. It's okay. Then you leave that plate there and you start working. I mean, you start doing your own work. After some time, child will come. आप जितना उनके पीछे भागोगे, child will not come to eat. It's okay.
Correct.
But for all these things, mother should develop some patience. कि मेरे बच्चे ने अभी खाना खाना ही चाहिए, उसके पीछे घूम के गार्डन में लेके जाओ, मोबाइल दो, स्टोरी सुनाओ. No, it's okay. Keep it there. If they are hungry, they will come and they will eat themselves. Let them
True.
develop their senses of hunger signal. इस तरह से
Oh,
हम
okay.
उनके हंगर सिग्नल को ही किल करते हैं. एंड देन लेटर ऑन इन देयर लाइफ दिस चाइल्ड learn to overeat, and this
Okay.
overeating leads to obesity. गार्डन में लेके
Okay.
जाके खिलाओ, once in a blue moon it's okay for a fun, but not every day. It should be at
But
home on a dining table only, no doubt about
right.
it. And having giving them screen just because your child is throwing tantrums, then your child is manipulating you. He is
True.
more politically smarter than you, because child
Yeah.
knows that if I throw tantrums, if I cry, my mom will give me mobile. आप थोड़ा
Right.
पेशेंस रखो, उसे कितना भी टेंट्रम थ्रो करने दो, मोबाइल देना ही मत, भले वो भूखा रहे, डजंट मैटर, एक आध बार खाना नहीं खाया, डज नॉट मैटर मच. बट इफ द
Absolutely.
चाइल्ड
I agree.
अंडरस्टैंड ऑन द थर्ड डे, मैं चाहे जितना मर्जी टेंट्रम कर लूं, मुझे मोबाइल नहीं मिलता,
नहीं
अपने आप
मिलता
द
है.
चाइल्ड विल कम, सिट साइलेंटली एंड ईट. बट फॉर दैट पेरेंट्स शुड डेवलप सम पेशेंस.
Right. Agree. Very important. Again, there is grandfathers, grandmothers also behind. बच्चा रो रहा है, दे देना इसे मोबाइल. The child will stop. All these things do take place, and it is very very important, everyone, to have patience and understand your child, so that the child is not throwing tantrums and you're not listening and you're not making the child move around in the wrong direction, because now the child
Yes.
is more aware, right, कि मैं अगर रोता हूँ या मैं अगर रोती हूँ तो मुझे ये चीज मिल जाएगी. Okay, my next question, ma'am, would be, is it okay to give sweets, chocolates, juices, right from the age of 0, or I should say right from the age of 1 to 1+ years?
Chocolates, it's okay, but chocolates should be in a form of reward. बिना मतलब
Oh,
के
okay.
चॉकलेट मत दो.
अच्छा.
एवरी किड लाइक्स अ चॉकलेट. जो चीज उन्हें अच्छी लगती है, अटैच टू इट, अटैच रिवॉर्ड टू इट, कि आप इतना
Okay.
इतना करोगे, then this chocolate is yours. I know it is politically little smart on parents side also, but that is the way you can control their chocolate and all the sweets eating habits. Because right from childhood, if you give them lot of sweets and chocolate sweet, the chances are they will lose their teeth health. Okay, that this
Okay.
is the first thing. And it is absolutely okay to give them sweets which are homemade and mainly made up of jaggery than sugar. There is
Yeah.
absolutely no worries about it. And rest, if it's fresh fruit juices made at home, absolutely okay to give. But if you can add some veggies to that fruit juices, like it's a combination of a fruits and vegetable juices, it looks more colorful also, and at the same time your child is consuming the goodness of vegetables and fruits, which is really difficult for mom, because mera bachcha sabzi nahi khata is a more difficult question what all moms are facing. But more
Correct.
than sometimes juice is okay, but I always suggest to have fruit. Let them eat that fruit, let them chew it well, so that they develop their teeth strength also, and they have all the fibers of the fruits also.
Okay.
Because when you make
Ma'am,
juice, you remove all the fibers. So it should be a combination, a balanced fruits and juices combination.
so you mean to say that it would be more good if the child is consuming the fruit not in a form
Yes,
of juice, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Ma'am, moving ahead, we have few viewers who have asked us few questions. Like there is one question come up that my younger cousins are up for something new every single day, and they say that they are bored by having similar stuff every day. in that case, how would you give this guidelines?
Um, as I said, your child's plate should be the most attractive thing in the house, first of all. Um, Rather than, yeah, it happens that sometimes child is bored to eat roti, sabzi, dal, chawal every day. Then keep
Mhm.
variations, like sometimes you can give them mixed vegetable parathas, or pasta is all the children's most favorite thing. So twist the pasta in a healthier side, like you can use whole grain pasta and make some pasta of red sauce, then white sauce, and then some add spinach puree and make it green pasta and put it in a plate like red, white, and green. It will not only look attractive, but at the same time your child is consuming the goodness of all the vegetables and spinach and pasta, and child will be more than happy. Um, Understand what your child likes. So every mother knows that my child likes this and doesn't like this. I always prefer that give them 80% what they like and 20% what you want them to eat.
True. Very
And
true.
this way you can increase that 20% amount and little bit go lower on what they like and form a balance that they eventually they will start liking all the things or everything you make at home.
One more last question, ma'am, to you. It's like, when it comes to junk food, what is your opinion about that? Because it's the
Uh,
parents who are introducing the junk food as well.
of
So,
course,
what
of
would
course.
you recommend about that?
Junk food should be only once a week. See, this is the world where our child or we cannot live without going out and eating in restaurants. But limit to once a week and
Right.
rest 6.5 days, you should be eating totally healthy.
Correct.
It is not only good for a child, but it is good for the parents also. So that the child will know that eating in restaurants should be occasionally and not every day.
Yeah, and when it comes to managing about the since there is a question which the viewer has asked is how to manage this all. So I would say it's like we as in parents have to take an initiative where we are not introducing, and if we are introducing, there should be a proper way and there should be a proper instructions clear to the
Yes.
child that when the child will be getting it. So your instructions should be so clear that the child understands what you are taking and what you are introducing to. This is very, very important.
And more than that, a parent should sit and talk with the child that why they are saying no. You just say no, चलो ये नहीं खाना है. एक बार बोल दिया ना नहीं खाना है मतलब नहीं खाना है. This way your child will rebel. Instead, sit
Right.
with your child and tell them what is your point of view. Why do you want
Mhm.
or why are you saying no? What is your opinion about it? I'm sure child will definitely understand. Rather than forcing, just tell them that as a mom, I feel this. Don't tell them that what they should feel. Let them decide what their feelings and what is their opinions and let them form it. But just be frank and free. Ki, as a mom, I feel this. This way, right from childhood, if you tell your child that as a mom, I feel this, as a dad, I feel this, eventually your child will understand that whatever we feel we
Mhm.
should share. Then as they
Correct.
grow up they will share what they feel eventually, and they will understand that it is very easy to tell our parents what I feel and they will understand.
True. Ma'am, just to keep you informed, there is a lot of viewers, and there is viewers who have put a lot many questions as well, and they've given a compliment as well for this wonderful session which we have arranged through Kiddo Quest. I would say, viewers, if you have so many questions and if you want to relate about or you want guidelines related to your child, you can connect anytime with Miss Dr. With Dr. Rashmi Shah on Facebook page. She has a separate page for for the viewers, and where she can guide anyone. If y'all connect with her, she's ready to guide you, and you can take a further appointments and have a good counseling at proper age where you can really make the child also happy, and you yourself will be happy. So I would say that it is very, very important when it comes to nutrition, as we had a long conversation with Dr. Rashmi Shah, where she has guided us what is good, what is not bad, what is bad, and how to execute it when it comes to children, and what type of food we require to make the child eat. Ma'am, also last question before I leave, before we end the session. There is mother who make 2 minutes Maggie just because she want to skip the the efforts of making food. When it comes to snack box, when they go to school, they have a big huge chapati where the mother is giving it in the tiffin box and pura kha ke aana hai, otherwise they blame the school. Is it correct or is it wrong?
No, you should give them food according to their appetite. If your child
Okay,
is not able to finish that big chapati, give two small chapatis, and that
correct.
way your child will finish the tiffin. Otherwise,
Right.
child will distribute the tiffin to their friends, and you will not come to know that whether child has ate that tiffin or his friends had finished that tiffin.
Very
So,
true. Yeah.
teach your child to be honest with you that I have finished this too small. If you are giving them such big chapati, child will not be able to eat because they are more interested in playing in the recess rather than eating food. But give them two
Correct.
small chapatis and धीरे 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 फिर उसका size बढ़ाओ. So child will have that psychology, मुझे सिर्फ इतना छोटा छोटा खाना है, but he will not know that eventually he is eating that little bigger chapati every day.
Mhm. Right. Wonderful session, ma'am, and it was a lot informative. And I would say this is very small time where we are been connecting and having a good conversation related to the eating healthy habits. The habits what the child has to start right from the early age. It's since we are lacking with the time, and I would really thank you to join me for this wonderful session and share your knowledge. I would ask you and request you one last message what you wish to give us to our viewers and the viewers who will be seeing the video recordings maybe after this live session. What is that one message which you want wish to pass it?
Make your child physically more active. So just take away his mobile or laptop or iPad, whatever you are giving. Make him or her more active. You should also become very active with them. Let them learn something new, art or something new, and being physically active. Keep them
Mhm.
in, put them in some good sports. This way they will have a good metabolism right from childhood, and then eating habits, developing a good eating habits will be much more easier than if they become a couch potato.
Oh, okay. Wonderful message, ma'am. And I wish that this session would be really helpful for each and every person, whether it comes to adult as well, because we as an adult also have a wrong eating habits. We as an adult also have we skip the meals sometime. So it was wonderful session, ma'am, and thank you again once again from the Circle of Legends and Kiro Quest. And I would also thank Mr. Darshan to provide us with the streaming going on the YouTube and the Facebook as well. And we are there on the LinkedIn as well. So last message again, I would request every viewers and everyone, please stick to your proper schedule when you talk about nutrition, or please stick to your proper knowledge. Get the knowledge and then move ahead with some kind of when it comes to children, it is very, very important that you should know about what you are doing for them. So get the correct knowledge, get the correct mentor to guide you for the further things whenever it comes to children. So we have Dr. Rashmi Shah again, where you can connect with her and have a good counseling, where she can help you out with all your queries and get the proper answers to it. So thank you, ma'am, and I would request you to stay in the video. Meanwhile, I can just end with my live session. So thank you, viewers, to spending a long time with us, and keep supporting Kanan's Kiddo Quest and keep loving Do like our page on Facebook, that is Kanan's Kiddo Quest, and do share the feedback about this session. We would be happy to know about this, the feedback for this particular session. Thank you all. Bye bye.